Children choosing kindness over ice cream. Imagine a bright, sun-drenched afternoon in a bustling American park. Families are enjoying the weekend. Children run around laughing, their joy filling the air like music itself. Balloons sway gently in the breeze, and the scents of popcorn, hot dogs, and fresh-cut grass mingle together in a perfect summer symphony. Then, the familiar jingle of an ice cream truck cuts through the air. Music blaring, colorful cones displayed, chocolate, vanilla, rainbow sherbet, cookies and cream, all calling out to every child in the park. Instantly, eyes widen, faces light up. Ice cream, the ultimate treat, tempting, sweet, irresistible. But today, something unexpected happens. Some children pause. They glance at the ice cream, then at a friend, a sibling, or even a stranger. And instead of running toward instant pleasure, they choose kindness over ice cream. Today, we explore why children sometimes make the harder, more beautiful choice, and what we, as adults in a fast-paced, success-driven world, can learn from them. Number 1. Empathy comes naturally. How children are instinctively programmed to feel, connect, and act on the emotions of others without hesitation. From the moment they are born, children are wired to connect emotionally. When a toddler sees someone fall, cry, or struggle, their instinct is to comfort and support. This innate empathy isn't something learned in school. It is deeply human. In a society where personal achievement often overshadows human connection, children remind us of the power of unfiltered compassion and instinctive care. A child sees another sitting alone with a broken toy. Even as the ice cream truck plays its tune, the child walks over, offers a hand, or shares a small treat. They choose connection over gratification. Empathy is the starting point of kindness. Dalai Lama. Number 2. Immediate gratification versus emotional reward. How children intuitively understand that true happiness comes from giving, not just taking. Ice cream is sweet, cold, and satisfying, a momentary delight. In a culture of fast rewards and instant gratification, resisting temptation is hard. Yet children often sense a deeper, more lasting joy. The happiness that blooms when they make someone else smile outweighs the fleeting pleasure of a treat in their hands. A younger sibling misses out on ice cream because the money ran out. Instead of taking their own, a child gives their treat away, watching the smile on their sibling's face bloom. That warmth, that feeling of making someone else happy, is a joy ice cream can never match. True fulfillment comes from generosity, not consumption. Number 3. Small acts make big impacts. How simple, thoughtful gestures by children can trigger a ripple effect that transforms entire communities. Kindness doesn't have to be grand. A shared cookie, a helping hand, a comforting pat on the back, even small gestures ripple outwards and create profound impact. In a society where communities can feel divided by politics, race, or socioeconomic gaps, these small acts are powerful catalysts for connection and empathy. One child offering ice cream to a peer they barely know can spark a chain reaction. The recipient smiles, another child observes, and soon a playground, or even a classroom, transforms into a hub of care, understanding, and generosity. Acts of kindness also activate the happiness centers in the brain, creating neurological rewards. The child who shares ice cream not only helps someone else, they cultivate their own lasting joy and emotional fulfillment. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Aesop. Number 4. Role of curiosity and awareness. How children notice the subtle details adults often miss and use their awareness to take thoughtful and compassionate action. Children are naturally curious. They notice what adults often overlook: the subtle sadness behind a friend's quiet gaze, the struggle of a sibling climbing a jungle gym, or the discomfort of a new kid feeling left out. This heightened awareness fuels their instinct to act with kindness without hesitation or expectation. In a world dominated by screens and constant distractions, children remind us of the power of being fully present. Awareness of others' needs is the first step toward meaningful action, and when they notice someone in need, they act. Not because someone told them to, not for recognition, but simply because it is the right thing to do. Awareness is the greatest agent for change. Eckhart Tolle. Number 5. Learning from role models. How children absorb, reflect, and internalize the acts of kindness they witness from adults and the world around them. Children are incredible observers and imitators. They absorb behaviors from parents, teachers, older siblings, and even the media they consume. In societies where individual achievement is celebrated more than communal care, children who witness acts of empathy, holding doors open, helping neighbors, complimenting strangers, are more likely to internalize kindness as a natural habit and a part of their character. When a child sees a parent volunteering at a local shelter or helping someone without expectation, they understand that helping others is valuable. Later, at the park, the same child shares their ice cream without being asked, translating the life lesson of generosity, social responsibility, and compassion into a small but meaningful act. The behaviors children witness today shape the adults they become tomorrow, teaching us that modeling kindness is more powerful than teaching it in words. Children learn more from what you are than what you teach. Number 6. The joy of giving without expectation. How children demonstrate pure generosity and inspire us to experience happiness through selfless acts. One of the most remarkable qualities of children is their ability to give freely, without expecting anything in return. Unlike adults, who often calculate costs, benefits, or recognition, children act from the heart. They share ice cream, toys, or even small gestures like smiles and hugs purely for the joy of giving. Imagine a child at a neighborhood block party. A new family has moved in, and their child is shy, hesitant, and quiet. Without being prompted, another child walks up and offers their ice cream cone, saying simply, "Here, you can have this." No reward, no praise, no expectation, just pure, heartfelt generosity. Children remind us that true kindness is selfless, and the joy of giving far outweighs any personal gain. In a world focused on recognition and achievement, they show us that the act itself is the reward. Number 7. Developing emotional intelligence early. How choosing kindness helps children understand their own emotions and the feelings of others. Every time a child chooses empathy over personal gratification, they are training their emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand one's own feelings, recognize emotions in others, and respond empathetically. Consider a child in a classroom noticing a classmate struggling to finish a project. Instead of ignoring it, they offer help, even if it means giving up their own playtime or a personal treat. Through this single act, the child is practicing empathy, compassion, and self-regulation. In the long term, these skills help children and adults navigate relationships, leadership challenges, and social complexities more effectively. The small lessons learned in a park, while sharing ice cream or offering help, can last a lifetime. Emotional intelligence is the key to personal and social success. Daniel Goleman. Number 8. Inspiring others through example. How one child's small act of kindness can ripple through an entire community. Kindness is contagious. One child's choice to give, share, or help can spark a chain reaction. The child who witnessed the first act may offer their own ice cream or assist another child who trips or feels left out. Before long, the park transforms from a simple playground into a vibrant space of empathy, care, and shared joy. In societies that celebrate individualism, witnessing these acts can be transformative. Adults, teachers, and peers notice, and the behavior spreads. One small act can inspire many more, creating a culture of compassion that elevates everyone in the community. Example is not the main thing in influencing others. It is the only thing. Albert Schweitzer. Now we head to the main part. What lessons we adults can learn, applying the choices of children to create a more compassionate life. Children's choices teach us lessons we often overlook in our adult lives. They show us that 1. Kindness over convenience. Choosing empathy even when it requires effort. 2. Patience over instant gratification. Delaying personal gain for a greater, long-lasting reward. 3. Connection over isolation. Prioritizing relationships and community over selfish interests. 4. Action over apathy. Stepping in to help rather than standing by. 5. Joy in giving. Finding true happiness in uplifting others, not just in receiving. Imagine applying these lessons in everyday life, letting someone merge in traffic, sharing your lunch with a coworker who forgot theirs, volunteering at a local shelter instead of scrolling social media, complimenting a stranger, or helping an elderly neighbor with groceries. Each choice, big or small, mirrors the child who chose kindness over ice cream, creating ripples of compassion that can transform communities. Remember, life constantly presents us with ice cream moments. These are temptations, personal gain, comfort, ego, or recognition that challenge us to act selfishly or selflessly. Children teach us that true character is revealed in the choices we make, especially when no one is watching. If a child can give up immediate pleasure to bring joy to another, imagine the positive impact we, as adults, could create if we made similar choices every day. Ask yourself, who could benefit from your kindness today? What small act could cost you little but mean the world to someone else? How can you model empathy in your family, workplace, or community? Every act of generosity, no matter how small, is like planting a seed. Over time, it grows into a garden of compassion, creating communities filled with understanding, trust, and shared happiness. Today, let's take a page from a child's heart. Let's choose kindness, not just for others, but for the joy it brings to our own lives. Share a smile, lend a helping hand, offer a treat or support, and watch the world become sweeter, brighter, and more compassionate. Thank you for watching.